Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft. Thanks for joining me again today. A couple of months ago I did a video doing a journal from a 6x6 inch paper pad, or a small paper pad. Showed one that I'd just done, and then we made one on camera that was just finished, not decorated or anything else. I've had quite a few requests about seeing it decorated. The original one I can't show, it was finished and off it went to market. The other one that we actually made on camera is still sitting on my desk, like lots of things. So I thought we'd do it today. It has been started, everything's been sitting in a bag since then. It has been started to be embellished at the end of the video, and I'll link that video down below in the description box. So it was from a couple of months ago. But we'd finished sewing it all together. We had the front cover on, we had the pocket in the front, but we hadn't put the pocket in the back yet. And that's where we'd finished. So I'll run you through what I've done to do a little bit more of it, and then we're going to finish it off. So we've done a little bit on the front. I've used a stamped frame image and one of remember these were all the bits that we had left from that one single paper pad. So one of these, this nice embossed shiny look. We've got that on the front. We open it up. I've got a pocket. I haven't done a tag yet. I've used one of the border ones as a small pocket in here. I love these little embossed pieces, and that's just on with a paper clip. Another little pocket from a torn piece left over from this section. I still want quite a bit of journaling space because I imagine this as a travel journal, just a little one you can tuck in your handbag while you're travelling around. So we've got quite a bit of writing space in here still. I've got another pocket on this because it's one of the shiny sheets, so you can't write on this. So we've got a pocket. We need to make some tags to go in these ones. I've got an envelope here. Now, I haven't got a pocket on that. No, the whole thing's stuck down, and then we've got an envelope to tuck a ticket or whatever else in. We've got more writing space. Obviously need some bits in there. I've got another pocket with another little journal card. Now, that's got a frame around one of those embossed pieces as well. Another pocket ready to go. Little tuck spot and a little tuck spot up here. The whole point of this was to get through one whole paper pad. Another little pocket. I've done quite a few little pockets occasionally, but they need bits in them. This was another one of the embossed pieces, and I've popped a piece of coffee dyed paper on there to make a journaling spot. Don't think we've got anything else going on. Another piece of that there. Right, so and here's another one. And I've used a map just on some craft cardstock with a word that says enjoy the journey. Another little writing spot in here. And a little journal card with a stamp on the back. Again, with a little paper clip. Another little pocket ready to go. Let's have a look. That one will have some journaling or something popped on it. I think that's all we've got done. So we need to now finish this off. Right. So we've got this left. I've got a pocket part done. These are all my bits that were left over. Some coffee dyed paper still. Everything that I was using I just popped back into that bag. We've got these that'll make good belly bands or edges. More sheets of that, some words, 2 pages of words, another one of those, and that is from Witchcraft Do You Do, and it's a digital print, I think, from one of their background papers, but I must have thought that was going to go in there as well at some stage. I also had tucked in that bag some of these that I found that I've got from somewhere, and these are close to my heart, but I've come across them somewhere and popped them in there because these will work well with all the colours that are going on in here as well. So I've just tucked them in there as I've come across. So let's do it. All right. Let's just find some of these pages that need bits. That's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I don't want to lose too much of that. Some of these ones, even though they're journaling, we could always stamp on these. So let's have a look. What could we stamp? Here we go. I've just gone to quotes, notes and alphas. No, not the right one. I want quotes and words. So I'm just going to grab a stamp out. We'll have a look at some quotes and see what we've... See, things like this. Best day ever this week. Fun. They will all work. They probably won't. They're not... See, now that one will work. Explore, breathtaking, amazing, adventure, spectacular, and moments. I'll pull that one out. He will work very nicely. Friends. Do little things. There's always something to be thankful for. Laugh as much as you breathe and look as much as you... and as I can't read that, we better not use that. Our journey, that will work. Enjoy every moment, that will work. These ones will work. They're a good size. Now, I've got stamps of all brands in here. I know that these ones are Kaisercraft, the same as the little paper pad was. So things like that will work. Random fact, highlights, true story, week in review, good life. Those sorts of ones will. Grateful for today would work. Life is good would work. So what we might do is go through and stamp on some of these plain journaling pages, just to give them a little bit of difference. So we'll want stamping block. We may want one of those, we'll see. And I think I'm going to stamp them in the grey, or ink them in the grey. So I'm going to use Morning Mist in the VersaFine Clear. So this one, this Enjoy Every Moment, actually works better down there. Think, from memory, this was a Technique Tuesday stamp. Fairly certain they tend to go yellow. They still work beautifully. I'm going to move that over to that side of that one though, so I don't go too close to my spine. So if you're stamping after you've done your book, when you pop them on your acrylic block, pop them over to the side so that you've got room. Whereas if it's in the centre, you're going to hit that side, just a little tip. And that will work down there like that. Might just tuck that one in, just to give us a little bit of softness under there so it doesn't pick up anything else that I might already have going on further down the journal. So that's been inked up. I'm going to try and go straight on that one. That's not straight, but... Right, enjoy every moment. And that's quite often, when you've got plain ones that you want to journal on, quite often that's about all you really need on them. So let's see if we've got another double one, which would be the centre, wouldn't it, Kylie? Duh. Right there. So we'll pull that one off, sit him there. And let's go random fact. That will fit up here like so. So again, I'm going to pop my block so that it's just on the edge of it. We'll pop this one in here. That will fit. Turn that up, because then I can do it one-handed. Now this is a solid stamp, so it will quite often give you a mottled look because the air gets caught between the ink and your page. So give it a really good inking up. Sit it on. Try and get it straight. Give it a little bit of a rock. That's stamped quite well. I'm happy with that. Right, and the grey works because it doesn't detract from anything else that's going on. And there should be another one at the middle of this one. Yep. And no, what else? Documented was the other one that I wanted to pull out, wasn't it? No, Documented's too small. So what was the other one that I said was nice in there earlier on? Best day ever. Snapshot this week. I'm just going to pull that one out. Right, so that's that one. Best day ever can go up there. And again, we'll stamp it there, so we'll pop this right in there like so. See, because this one's got extras here, if I just did it on that, there's quite a large bump there. So we'll get rid of half of that bump by putting our stamping foam in between it. So we'll just ink that up. Going up in that top corner. Like so. Right. Best day ever. I had on which one? That one. Right. So let's have a look. Just going to move those ones. Going back to here, we need a tag, don't we? So we can either, look, I've got some of this pre-cut, and this is just off a roll, so it's a little bit curled, but once you've popped it in, you'll be right. So at the moment it's too wide, but we're going to work on our height first. It could nearly go that height, you know. So we'll just trim it down a little bit in width. I'm just going to take a little bit off, and we can always take more off if need be. That one fits. It's a little bit tight by the time it gets another layer on it, if we're going to cover it. Right. That's that. That will slide in lovely. And we want to take... Oh, I'm just grabbing my tag maker, which is this. I'm thinking, no, we'll just go the small ones and be done with it. I want some scissors. Okay, now I'm thinking of doing this weekly. I have got so many products, so many of my projects is the word I'm looking for, that I haven't finished. I'm terrible at it, absolutely terrible. I get a burst and I get partway through, we do the video and I get so far and then I set it aside and go for another video. I have got a box, a little box, sitting on my desk, can we all see that? Waiting with things to finish. Plus I've got journals over there that need finishing. So I'm thinking we're going to actually finish these things off. I'd like to do a finishing up Friday, but I want to put them out on Thursdays. And finishing up Thursdays doesn't have quite the same ring to it. So if you can come up with a name for me for this series that we'll do every week so that I can get through all my bits and bobs, I would love you to have a think. I even went through the thesaurus last night and still couldn't come up with anything for another word. So if you can come up with anything, I would greatly appreciate it. And while I'm speaking of appreciation, oh my word, thank you so much, everybody. I've hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm just a bit over now, but I hit 4,000 subscribers. I want to thank you all so much. I'm just wrapped. I cannot believe that I've got to 4,000. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Nearly brings me to tears. I tell you, I'm just... yeah, so wrapped. Now, this is not from this paper pad. It's from another one that was put with it because it worked with it. So I'm just playing here because I like the timber look in that. So let's have a look at these. I've got a couple of pages of these ones and a page of the plain ones that are not embossed. So we'll just trim that one out. All right. Like so. It's going to go to about there. I don't mind that. A little bit of that. That's going to sit up to about there in that pocket. Let's have a look. Which means I could go a tad bit higher, couldn't I, with that? That will work. So what I'm thinking of doing, that's my line down there. What I want to do is just give that a little bit of a torn edge. So that's that. We'll use, what were we using? Oh, I think we were using brushed corduroy for this one, so we better stick with that. Right, see how I'm just roughing that up? Oh, while I'm doing this, I also want to thank everybody that's been supporting my Ko-fi shop. Thank you again. Oh, my word. It's just, I've popped a couple of freebies in there now, and I've got a couple of my paper packs for sale in there. And I want to thank you all so much for supporting that. If I go there and there, sorry, I'm doing as I'm talking, aren't I? Then, and I've got some more on the go, ready to go in there, some more paper packs, and I will be hopefully popping a freebie up each week, whether it's one of my photos or whether it's some of my original receipts, papers, things like that that I've purchased. I'm not quite certain. It'll be one or the other that go through. You never know what turns up. So yes, I will try every week. I will pop the link to that one down below as well, so that you can just keep a track of it. If you follow me on that, it will give you updates when I've popped something in there anyway. Because otherwise I find with Ko-fi, I'm quite happy with it, but I find it's very hard to find somebody on Ko-fi unless you know their actual link. So I'm liking that. Put a hole in that one. I'm liking that. I might just glue that one down before I go any further. All right, so I want some glue stick for that one. So you can decorate these as much or as little as you want. It is up to you. It depends on what sort of thing you're using your journal for. I want to go a little bit higher than lower. That's about it, isn't it? Yeah, so it's up to you how much you put into these journals, how much writing space. You might want just a lot of writing space because it is a journal to take away on a journey journal. Say that fast. Or it might be something that you just want to embellish lots of and just have for the fun of it, which is what a lot of mine are. But I try, if I'm selling them, I try and have journal space, quite a bit of journal space in there, because that gives people the options when they're purchasing them, if they want them to journal in or just to put, you know, odds and sods remarks and things like that in, or whether they want them just to look at or to hold receipts, ticket stubs, things like that, where they've been on holiday, especially if they're a holiday journal. And it gives people the option. I want that under there, don't I? It's those two. And that one. Right, so we'll just lift that before that glue sticks. Glue that one before we get too far advanced. Get that one in. I think that was all the news that I had. But I will show you. You know how I made the work in progress album last weekend? If you haven't caught that one yet, that one's last the last video, until I've come home from work, that should still be sticky. No, the last video I did, which was our work in progress folder, I hadn't finished it off. That is all finished. I then sat there for the rest of the day and finished that one off. So I will show you that one as well, because I got so proud of myself that I actually finished it on the day. I wanted to have it finished, the cover finished for the photo anyway, and then I went through and finished the whole thing. And that's when I got to thinking that I really need to finish all the rest of these up, don't I? Just a hole, just a hole. I'm thinking. So we've got, and I'm still learning this one. I know. About there? No, 'tis now. Well, that's a bit dodgy. So how about I go? Alright, what I'm going to do here, so I've made a hole beside it. And I'm going to make, because I've ruined that hole, just oh, I'm really ruining that now. I want to make that into an oval type thing. Told you I was only just getting used to this. That's a shocker, Kylie. So we'll grab the Old Faithful. Where is it? Oh, maybe I don't even have the Old Faithful here anymore. Maybe I've moved it. Here we go. Oh! Right. Good Old Faithful. And what I'm going to do, because I can see better, now we'll straighten that bit. There you go. How's that? Okay, don't fret when you miss hole, miss punch. Right. Down there, we've made another little tag that is a journaling tag as well. So it'll give you more journaling or just somewhere pretty to look, whatnot. Go in there. All right, that one's going to go in that one. What that needs down here, yes, that's a good height, Kylie. I like that. Yep. I want one of these words from there. And we could have Island Journey. Let's do that. Enjoy the journey. That's where I like these worded sheets. You get so many words on there, and it's fun to make up words as you go along, or make up sentences. I'm going to chop these out so each one is a separate one. Two and three. Right, might be easier. I'm going to sit them on. I always sit them on to work out where exactly I want them to start with. And do I want them straight or do I want them... I might go that way. So, a little bit of glue. Now, come on. I know I didn't have you with the lid on. I'll give you a push in a minute once I've got the other ones down so that they don't move while I'm doing this. Come on. There you go. Right. Oops. and journey. All right, so we're still just using up our paper pad. Go that way. So it's having a good journey. All right, and that one is my front cover one. So Enjoy the Journey is the front cover one, and that could mean anything. This one will have something in it now, whether it's, I'm thinking these are a bit small. But for me, what I would have done, let's have a look. Something like that would work. Again, let's go to this. Needs to be smaller. Needs to be around about, I just want to put the lid on that first before I go any further. If I go there and there, let's have a look where we've got that attached to. There and there, because I've done it so long ago, I now can't remember. So if I take it from that bit to that bit, which is about there. So I've just made a little mark with my fingernail, and I will chop it off there. And that fits in nicely. It's probably a little bit too wide to get in and out. We'll take just a smidge off that, just in the width. So I'm taking, I don't know, whatever that is. It's not quite a 1/4 of an inch. Let's see how this one goes now. That's better. It's easier to get in my hand. When they're on this side, it's hard to get in here. You don't want to damage your book trying to get them in and out. So it needs to be, you know, small enough to do it. If that border was on this side, it's easy to get in and out of. So let's just cover that with that because I like the colours and it doesn't detract from that. We might use that side and just glue that way. So, sorry, I know that's noisy. That's that book. We're just going to glue on this one. Oh, it's so gunky, this glue. Popping that one down there. Get that side done. And I'm going to wipe that section before I get that all over my blue mat. Turn this over, smooth it out. There it is. All right. Cut around that just to make my scissors even more sticky because I still haven't cleaned them from the last one. All right. That's that. That needs something on it, and I could probably just stamp. Where's those lovely long words? Here. They would fit on there, or the big ones that we didn't think we had room for will here. These ones will actually fit at the top of that, won't they? So we've got documented, we've got remember this, for the record, everyday life, today's story. Today's story sounds good, doesn't it? So that one will fit beautifully up there. So I want the grey again, because we're going to stick with the grey. We're going to go this one, just to give it something to sit on. And we're going to grab our acrylic block, which is that one. Let's try and put it straight. Just so I've got a little bit there. Right. Give him a good ink. And this is why I like stamps, because I get so much use out of them for so many different aspects. I'm just flattening that a little bit. There we go. Give him a good push, because again, it's one of these solid ones. Today's story. I like that. I'll peel that back off and put on there so that I don't keep losing them. That will need, and for me, I don't think it really needs anything else. If I'd done some fussy cutting, I might have had something going on down there. But as I'm working from just one paper pad, I don't want to use it all up just now because I've got 3 signatures to fill. So this one's going to go down in here. You've got a journaling posse for the back again. And look at that. Hasn't that come up a treat? So we've got, I've already got something here. This one needs something in it. I could probably pop a couple of different ones in here. Let's just have a look at what we've got. Let's just do something like that. How easy was, well, that one was easy. And it's on that nice background anyway, so I'm just going to trim the white off that. Right. That one's going to go down there. This one is what it is already. So let's just find something that's going to go down that and give it a... Right. So we'll just make it into a straight border. We're just using our pieces that are left. That one needs finishing off, doesn't it? What's that? Right. See, I can already hear the people coming home from my house. Must be the end of the day. Oh, yes, it's 5:45. Look at that. All right. There's people coming in the doors. I'm assuming it's my daughter. I think she's the first one to finish work tonight. And yes, it is. Hello, daughter. Right. This one's just going to go straight down there. So I want to rough up my edges. Like so. I'm not going to do my top bits because they will be done around that. We'll glue that. And this is how I like to use up all my bits and pieces at the end of a project. I know you don't see me finish all these projects off, but this is what I generally do. The bits that I've got left over, I will then sit with them on the table in front of me when I finally get round to them. They're all still left together. And I will use all the bits up. Right. Give that a squash that way. Make sure it's nicely adhered on. And down. And we've just made ourselves a very cute little tag, journal card, whichever way you want to do it, out of the scraps. So now what I want, let's have a look. What have we got in here? They're not going to fit. They'd go well that way. Let's have a look. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Let's have a look at one of these words. This is the life. That would work, wouldn't it? Always look at your paper pads. Let's get rid of our paper pads. Whether they're 12 by 12, whether they're 6 by 6, there's so many different ways we can use them. And they breed and they live in our house and continue to just stay there. Doesn't matter how many times we try and use them. They keep coming back. I've vowed and declared that I'm not buying any more, but I still do. So let's use them. And I'm determined to get through an entire paper pad with this, like I did with the brown one, with using Mr. Fox. So this is the life. How's that? So once again, we will need a clear space. That's what I want. Okay. I like these because they're pink and I find them in amongst the mess. Uniquely creative. So they match my scissors. And they're the inside out tweezers was what I was going to say. That's not the right word. So you push on them to open them, but they hang on to all my bits. There we go. You'll find the link for Uniquely Creative in the description box as well. It's a big description box these days. So we'll have the link to the first video of this one. We'll have the link to my Ko-fi shop. I think it's pronounced Ko-fi. I'm sure it's not coffee. It feels strange when I say I've got a coffee shop. So it's Ko-fi. You'll have the link to Uniquely Creative. I'm an affiliate of that, so if you want anything, by all means, just go through the link that's on there. And you will also have the link for Witchcraft Do You Do. Now, Witchcraft Do You Do, because I'm on the design team, there will also be a code in there, and if you use the code, you will get 15% off any of their digitals. Okay, so there's that one. Nice and easy. We've got another double. We didn't think we had another double, so totally special. And let's go on this side, up here, like that. So again, we're going to pop that in there because I know I've got paper clips, etc. sitting in there. And I want that one, but I wanted that side this time. And we're going to ink it up like so. How are we going time-wise? 36 minutes, we're doing well. And I want that up there. I have no idea whether that's straight or not because I don't want to stick my head under. Oh, fairly. Totally special. That one needs something. See that, we can see that, but I want something just to be able to tuck their own bits and pieces in. So that's one that you can't use as anything else. Let's pop a journal spot on that one. So I've got a couple of these left in here that are just thin. They're a little bit too thin. Let's grab a piece of packing. That's a nice colour. All right, size-wise, I wanted about 2 1/4, 2 1/2 at an absolute max. Let's go 2 1/2 to start with. Just undo that. And it is literally just packing. I love it. I love it as my journal pages, and I love it for journaling spots on heavily embossed pages. So what did we say? 2 1/2. And it will still need to be trimmed top and bottom, I reckon. So that's sitting there like that. If I have that, I want to finish him about there. Again, just a nice little fingernail mark. Right, that's that one. Nice and easy. So I'm going to ink around that just to give it a little bit of oomph. And this is not a vintage one. I know I usually do vintage. I usually stick with the vintage colours, but this time, no vintage. It's not bright, I know. We can't go too far. There we go. That one can be stuck down. We're doing well here. We're making a big mess here. Them in the bin. That one there, that one there. Bring this one back over. Seeing where there's glue and where there's not glue. That's the side I want to glue because it's slightly shiny. And then I've got that flat side, which is just my writing side. I find it's easier to use the flat side, the matte side, I suppose would be the better word for it. The matte side for writing, because then they don't have to, if it's going to, like mine, all get sold, it doesn't have to have a certain pen to be able to write on it. And anyone can write on it with whatever they've got. There we go. So you still see the lovely pop of colour around it, but now it's made it into a journaling spot. Do we have any others of those that need dealing with? We should have another one on this side. Same thing with this one, okay? So for those of you that asked that, you know, you wanted to see it embellished and decorated and all the rest, you can see that I don't put a great deal more into them. 2.5, yes. And we chopped off about that much, didn't we? Let's have a look. I think it was about that. Yeah, that'll fit. Once again, we'll do that one. I don't know if I like this Yoo-hoo glue. It sticks beautifully, but I've never had it in the blue before, and that was all I could grab the other week. And it is very gunky. My to-go bag has the white, the clear glue in it, not the blue, and I haven't noticed that that one is as gunky as that. But it does mean that it goes all over those. Right, so gluing this one, we want to glue the shiny side. Okay, and down. Just like so. Now that one's a bit better. Maybe it's been me. All right. I'll turn this so that we're round about even. That's better. If I go that way, I can see what I'm doing better. I don't think you can because that other page had flapped up, sorry, but... Right. There's that one. We've got that. We're going to pop a pocket there. We had a pocket, didn't we, that we've done? Or have we already glued that one on? In my bits, because this is all we've got. Nope, there it is. Look, I've got a pocket already there. So we'll glue that one on. But I'm going to stamp something on that one first of all, because I love my stamps. What have I not used? Oh, these ones. Highlights. They work well, don't they? They fit those like they were made for them. Again, look, it's an old stamp set from Kaiser. I can't remember the name anymore, but I'm sure you... I have a funny feeling it was actually called Documented, and it was the big words and the little words. Don't quote me on it, though. Don't quote me on it, though. I've had them for years and years and years. Now, this one goes... Oh, this one's just going on the pocket, so it doesn't matter where I put my stamp, does it? So, we'll just... All right, that'll go that way. Sitting that one on there. In the middle. And I don't want to pop anything in this because for me, highlights means that it was a photo that we took at the time or something like that. So that's what I would imagine would be tucked in to this pocket. I'll put the lid on that one. Again, this is, I don't think it was on this paper range. These are scrap bits of 12 by 12 that I've popped with it just to finish and get rid of them. Again, they would have been Kaiser because I've got so much Kaiser craft from when I had the shop that I'm still trying to get through those ones. All right. Down there, down there, down there. I love this edge along here. All right. So I can see photos of some sort going in there, you know, like, hang on, I'll just grab an old photo like that being tucked in there like so. So that's what I imagine would be in that pocket. So this one could have another one down here that we could tuck a receipt or something like that in. So we could, yes, I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to keep an eye on the time, 45 minutes. And I'm going to use that. Like so. Peel him off. I've torn a little bit of him, but if I glue him, he'll be fine. Get rid of those little bits. If you actually use your knife and cut them while they're sitting on there and just, you know, take those bits out, you don't have to worry about these bits. But when you're in a rush, it's easier just to pull them out. Truly. So, now I'm going to try and occasionally pop a journal onto my Ko-fi shop as well. So do keep an eye out if anybody's interested. That one is that height. Look at that. So that's fine. This one is smaller, so I'm actually going to take it down to the height of that one. And I want that top like so. So I'm going to glue that on just there, and that will be the edge of my pocket. My pocket's going to go that way for this one. So I'm just going to run some glue down there. Okay. You would think by now I would keep remembering to put the lid on this one as we go. Down all this. So I'm just going to take it along the edge there and just underneath where those scallops start. Okay. So there, along there, back into the centre, along there. Right, put the lid on it this time as I remember. Pick that up, get very gluey. And so I'm going to slide it on right to the end. And I'm going to have it so that each of those scallops just come to there. So you can see where it's finished along there, okay? That will then be trimmed down here and trimmed along there. So the size that we want this one, if this goes like halfway, and it's going to finish about on that bit. Just there, okay? Trim this bit off again. Sitting it there. See how straight that is? That's looking pretty good. Happy with that? Happy with that? And happy with that. Right, that's the size of my pocket. And this bit, you can see where we're going down here. We'll finish along there. So that's my large pocket that we're going to have down the side. Down like that. A little bit in those. Or did I do those? Don't think I did. Just to get rid of that white core. Again, this is just me. I'm hopeless with all this. Can't help myself. That's going to go in there like so. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So as here's the pocket, we're just going to do our two sides and the bottom. But we're going to go all the way up to where that normal cardstock finished. And just run down the sides. There's one. Straight down. Sorry, I've gone quiet, haven't I? Concentrating. Concentrating. I'm going to go this way because I am a righty and it makes it easier for me. So evened top and bottom, and then out with a little bit of a border on the other side as well, so I can see more of this pretty design that I've got in that. Okay, so that's given us a side pocket as well, more journaling. We've got that one already in there. We've got... I just need to see, what have we got? 50. Oh, I've got a little bit of time left to do a little bit more. Let's have a look. So, some of these I want on some of these pretty little ones. Do I want pockets? Yeah, I want a little few pockets. So if I grab this again, just bear with me. I'm just having a thought. To there. Just going to chop that off about there. I need some envelope-y type pockets, I think. And they're not hard to make. My envelopes are over there somewhere and I can't be bothered getting up. So let's just make some in a hurry. We'll go that. We'll probably make them a little bit smaller. Do we make them into bags? Let's have a look and see what our finished size will be. I go that and that. That will fit. That will fit. Right. I'm just going to tear up there. I might just do a bag to start with. Up there, you can, again, you can see no measuring required. I'll fold that bit up there to make a base. I'm going to chop this bit out. Chop that one on, and I'm going to round that, I think. I think. Chop that one out. Chop this one out. That'll need a little bit more taken off it so that it doesn't foul with the bottom. Just on a slight angle like so. And I reckon that one will too, because I can see from here that that is already wonky. Right. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. That one's going to fold up on that. I'm going to round those corners, and I'm just going to round them with my scissors. Because this is packing paper, unless your corner rounder is really sharp, you'll find it just wants to munch it. Okay, so there's our little bag. Depends on which way you like it to look. I quite like looking at them that way. Again, that's just me. But what I'd like with this one is a little flap at the top that'll fold down. So, I haven't glued anything down yet. I'll move those out of your way so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to fold that down. See, no measurements, it's just a matter of folding. Right, so I've given myself that fold as well. What I need to do now is, again, same thing. Chop this bit out, chop this bit out. Okay, so follow that fold, like so, down here, like that. This one straight down here. Take that corner out again, remembering it's a larger corner this time because it's giving us our large flap at the top. Don't just rip that off willy-nilly, Kylie. Right, I've got this one here, got this one here, and I've got that there, and I've got that there. This I'm going to round. I can glue all that down. This one I want round, just so it gives it a little bit nicer edge. So I quite often find, there we go, here's my, let's have a look. So I'm going from here to here. I probably need an oval more than that. I can go like that. Do I want to freehand it? No. Just no. because it's going to make it really, really, really fat. So we might just have to... Now, I've got a template here that I've drawn a couple of circles or rounds in for varying sizes. So I could do just a little round. I could do this. So I'm just going to have a look with the pencil to see how this looks first. So I've taken it up so that it comes up to there. That's that one. And I do the same there. That's not a bad sort of oval, is it? I think we'll go that way. What I might do with this one is I will trace it onto a piece of paper and pop it up on the Ko-fi site at some stage as a freebie so that you've got that template for all these rounds. How's that? And then just find a piece of acetate. You can see that this is off a, I don't know, off a box of some sort, and I just keep it that way. But I'll do that. I love Ko-fi for that because it means that templates and things like that I can now pass out. Yep, happy with that. Right, so we'll just ink those bits. And if I wasted my 5-10 minutes that I had left, I reckon I have. I'll put this one in and then that'll have to be done. And I want a little bit on the other side. Whether it'll go well on this brown paper, I'm not quite certain. I'll go on that one. No, I don't want to go on that one. I want to go on my corner, on my main rounds. And I want to go definitely on this one. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put that up on Ko-fi this weekend at some stage. And I'll give you the template for this one as well. Right, there's that. So now all I need to do is glue this little bit. Okay. And I can do that bit with my glue stick. Right, just down there like that. Give that a push, move that out so I don't. Right, we're going to glue this little bit. Like so. Now you can use either your liquid glue or your glue stick, or you could use double-sided tape. It's up to you. Give that a good push. We've now got our little bag. That'll be in like that. The whole thing I'm going to stick in here, but I'm not going to adhere it here. So I'll adhere it there, there and there, so that I've got a little bag. Actually, let's just pop a circle in that one. Do you fit in there? Nope, we need to go a size down. So, what other size have I got sitting here? I got an oval. You're going to be the same size. Might have to go that size. Okay. And remember I showed you last week that this little thing has an arrow. So I can get in the middle. Like so. That makes it a bit better, doesn't it? That makes it a little bit easier to see. Like so. Right. So, that's that one. That'll fold down. We're going to adhere it here, here, and here. Right. When that comes out. Down there. Down up. See, now I felt certain that an hour would give me oodles of time to get this done. Yeah, right. Oh, I want to show you my finished work in progress folder, didn't I? This is going to go in here like so. And what I want, that's my pocket. And let's go adventure. These are sticky notes, but I don't know how old they are, and I would still glue the entire thing anyway. So we'll just glue that. I'm just going to reach over to the book and pop some glue on that. So bringing that book over. All right. There we go. How's that? So that's how I sit back and decorate these sorts of things, so that there's still room. If you're doing something for yourself, you'll know how much journaling space you want, how much pocket space you want, things like that. I tend to do mine for sale, for whether they're going to use them, or just look at them. So very quickly, here's my work in progress book. It is all finished, ready for me to pack to head off on the road again next week. So work in progress, or what I should finish. That's exactly what it is. So I've got my pockets, I've got full pockets. I've got down here another full one. I have started putting some stuff in. So here, another long one down there. There's 3 pockets in there. Tags sitting in there ready to use. Just pockets here, and then a clear pocket down the bottom, so that could all just be for one item. So if I've got a tag that I want to do, the papers that go with it, and the little fussy cutting pieces so they don't get harmed. This one has got a big one, and then it's got a long one. This one's got almost a full page one. This one again's got the 3 pockets, big deep pockets, and then a clear pocket to pop with all that. Different size pockets, a whole heap of just different size ones. So a double page of clear pockets, all different sizes to hold, you know, my little bits and all the rest. Last page, a couple of clear ones, a big one like that, and a mid-size clear one. I finished it. That's what made me think I've got to finish everything. So we're going to keep doing this each week. If you like it, let me know. Come up with a name for me, please, everybody. Thank you again for all getting to 4,000 subscribers. Yay. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to subscribe. And thank you, everybody that has. Lots of links below. Check out below if you're still with me. Thanks. Bye.